Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Marina from Marina Art Design, and in this video I'm going to answer your questions regarding the upgrades my WordSearch puzzle generator is getting with version 6. We have two huge upgrades and a couple of smaller ones, and I'm going to show you what they are doing actually on video right now. If you already have the program, then all you have to do is go to your Gumroad library and download the latest update. It's already there for you. And if you do not have my program, you can get it during the Valentine's weekend. I'm going to send a special discount link to all my Gumroad subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to me yet on Gumroad store, click on the link down below in the video description and subscribe so you get the latest updates, upgrades, and when I release my new programs, you'll be notified. Now, the small change that you will see in all my programs is that now at the top left corner, all the names will have additionally the number of the version, so you can automatically check are you using the latest version by comparing the number that you see in your program and the number that is in your Gumroad library. You can also check the info button, and the info button is going to show you the version release date. As you can see, official release date for version 6 is Valentine's Day. And the big huge update is that now you can create custom shape masks for your puzzle grid. So now you can draw your shape, and in that shape the puzzle is going to be created. And also, of course, you can save all your shapes that you create. So before you click on this puzzle grid drawing board, you need to make sure that all the other settings are set exactly how you want them. So you need to select your text word list file, you need to set your output folders and all the other settings. So none of this here has changed except one thing here and one thing here. I'm going to talk about that later on. But after you set everything else, you can click on the draw board and it's going to open mask editor. You can draw with your mouse, and everything that is black, so everything that is black is going to be your puzzle. So let's say this, let's create maybe a chicken, some kind of weird chicken. Yeah, and it's looking good. Our weird chicken. You need to make sure that you do not have any black cells separated from the main image. So you cannot have this. Or every black cell needs to be connected at least from one direction. If you want to erase this, so choose here. So black is creating the cells that the puzzle grid is going to use, and the white one is all the cells that the puzzle grid is going to ignore. If you want to have this longer or wider, before you start drawing, make sure that you check, for example, 18 and click resize, or this 18 and this 15. So make sure that you have a correct row count and column count before you start actually drawing your image. You can also import image, and when it comes to importing image, the best type of images is black and white, because everything that is black is going to become puzzle grid, and everything that is white is going to be ignored. So it's best that you have black and white image. You can try it with color, but like I said, the best is black and white. So you can import image. For example, if you draw something, let's say this, and you want to reverse it, you can click on invert. So now everything here is a puzzle, and this is going to be empty section of the puzzle. So that's just one way. You can, of course, save your puzzles. I would recommend that after you finish drawing your mask here, when you are saving it, also save the row count and column count, just as a mental note, so you know what numbers you need to use. But it's going to automatically reset. It's not going to show them here, but it's going to reset them in the main menu. So let's try dog. So select one of these, and this is the dog I created, and this is something that you can use to create your WordSearch puzzles. and let's say heart because it's Valentine's Day. So you have all these options. You can create your own. Once you are finished, just save them. So if you are happy with, let's go back to heart. If you see here, it says 18 and 15. Doesn't matter. You can ignore this. If I like this shape, this mask, I click done, confirm. And what's going to happen now, these two numbers are going to be reset to whatever the value is from the mask. And now, as long as I don't touch this button again, everything that I change here is going to be for that mask. So I can change font, I can change solution style, I can change text file, I can change position of the word bank, I can do all these changes, and all of that is going to be applied to the mask I created. If I want to switch to a different mask, then I would have to click on this again and change the mask. So now when I'm generating, it's going to be generated within the mask. So that is one of the biggest changes regarding the version 5 and version 6. So all the previous versions, they did not have this option to create custom shaped masked word search puzzles. But this is just a side quest. This is not something I would say it's a huge for me because it took me a while to program all of this because I'm doing all of this by myself. But the biggest upgrade I did, and I'm very proud of this, is double input. Double input. So what that means is now you can give my program instructions what to put inside the puzzle grid and then put something different inside the word bank. And just that alone gives you huge billions of amounts, sky's the limit of opportunities to make your puzzles extremely unique. Now let me show you what I mean with that. I'm using Excel to create these files. You do not have to use Excel, but for me that is the most convenient way. So this is what is happening. Usually you would have a word list with list of words and you use them to import them into the word search puzzle, and whatever is inside the puzzle, it is also in the word bank that is around the puzzle grid. My program is now accepting this version here. So what we have here is on the left side, I have a word that is going to be inside the puzzle grid. But on the right side, I have another thing. In this case, I have anagram. I have the same word, but letters are shuffled. So before a person starts to look for the word inside the puzzle grid, first he needs to decode what is this word. And another option is this one here. In this case, I have a word, and on the right side, I have the initial letter of the word, and then just straight line. Obviously, you cannot use this for random generic words. In this case, every single puzzle should be themed, or entire book should be themed, so person has some idea what the word's supposed to be. You cannot just put letter B and then, because there are billions of words starting with letter B, of course. So that is initial advantage. But then if you go deeper, you can also see that we can do this. You can have numbers, because my puzzles, you can work with letters, numbers, mixed, and no vowels. So you have 4 different options, and then you have sub-options and sub-options under each of these unique modes. So in this case, what I did is I selected this cell to have a random, to generate random number. And then in this one, again, a random number. And this cell is the sum of these 2 numbers. This cell here is merging all the numbers. So it is 70 plus 6 is 76. So that means the numbers inside my puzzle grid are 70676. So that is what I have inside my puzzle. What do I have in my word bank? In my word bank, I have 70 plus 6 equals something. So now you are adding extra layer to the search puzzle. First, they need to solve the math. And now once they solve the math, they need to go inside the puzzle and find that combination of numbers. And of course, here I placed random numbers. You can create a set where every number, second number is going to be number 1, and then it's going to be addition with number 1. Let me just show you how that looks like. I'm going to show you actual images. This is one of the puzzles I just created. So first thing I did, I created a shape of number 1. This is a shape number 1. And then I created a text file where left side is the final digit and the right side is addition with 1. So the first step is to solve the math problem here. And once you solve the math problem here, you need to look for this number, full set of digits, somewhere inside the grid. So that would be, in this case, 27 plus 1 is 28. So we are looking for 27128 somewhere inside the grid. And you can see it here, 27128. That is the solution for this puzzle. Another option would be this one. In this case, I created the list of animals. Each animal is starting with different letters of alphabet. And inside the puzzle grid, you have all the animals, all 26 animals. And for the word bank, you have a list of 26 letters. And then you need to find one animal per each letter somewhere inside the grid. So that's another option. Another option is this one, where you have multilingual. Okay, technically it's not a multilingual, but you have USA version of the word inside the puzzle grid and then UK version of the word inside the word bank. Of course, you can use this for French, Italian, German, Spanish, Portuguese, all the main Amazon marketplaces. You can use my WordSearch puzzle generator, all these markets, because the fonts that I'm giving you, the fonts I'm providing you, they have all the letters. So in case a font is by Google, in that case, it is free to be edited. And I'm attaching the license to use it commercially with my files, so you don't have to worry about that. But in case the font doesn't have specific letters, what I did is I hand drew those letters that are missing. So all the fonts that I'm providing you, they have all the letters for Spanish, German, French, Italian, Portuguese, so you are covered. You can create multilingual word search puzzles with my tool. Now you will notice that some fonts that you have on your system are going to be sitting a little bit high, a little bit low inside the grid. Now, this is not something that I can control, or neither you can control. And the easiest fix is just by manually. So here you can control the shift. You can just move them a little bit up, a little bit down, just as much as they need. So they sit nicely. So all the letters are sitting nicely inside the puzzle grid. Now, because you have option to create shape mask, there is a situation where you're not going to use grid. In this case, you see we have grids here, grid lines. So this is different. This is the grid line. So you have one control for the thickness of the grid line and the color of the grid line. And this is outline around the entire word search puzzle. So for this, you have new control. Is this one here. So this one controls the grid and this one controls the outline around the puzzle. So here you can set 0 to not have it at all, or change the number to 1, 2, 3. Of course, each point is another pixel. And here you can select color. So you click on pick and then you select the color that you want, or you can just type hex code if you know the hex code of your color. That is another feature that you have. Now for the modes, you already know that you have letters, numbers, mixed, and no vowels, so nothing has changed here in this section. You can use any font that you have, so you have dingbat fonts, you can use it. I believe I covered everything that we have here, all the updates, everything else is the same. If I skip something, if I skipped your question, please comment down below or send me a message. There is a Facebook group specifically for my educational programs and my activity pages. That's it. Until the next video, I shall see you down below in the comments. Stay safe.